Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Not often at this time of year we have a brand new product in the door, a new release.
Yes,
But
an unusual release.
An unusual one. Taylormade are back again with another mini driver.
It was sort of controversial the first time. I don't remember playing with anyone that actually had a mini driver, but yet they have made another one.
Yep, the original one, which was the last version, and there was a mini driver before that with aero burner.
Was there really?
They actually had a white little mini aero burner driver, but I think it seemed like with the evolution of 3-woods becoming pretty hot.
Yes.
Maybe that had disappeared, and it seems like for most companies it has, but Taylormade have come back again, and labeling this one a rather iconic name with the 300 series.
Now, you had regaled us off camera with the 300 series. I don't know if we're going to do that now.
I won't.
There's not enough time in the video.
I won't subject you guys to the whole story.
Needless to say, it had some prestige at the time,
the
300 series. So nice to see them bring that back. I will say, the crown position, it looks quite nice. It's a good-looking club.
Lovely shape.
There's obviously people in their market research or in their surveys that like the idea of this. They're not idiots. They're not going to make a club that's literally for no one. So what we're hoping to do is Mikey's going to hit some 3-woods, well fitted to him. Mikey's going to hit his driver, well fitted to him. And then this one in between. And just see what the launch conditions do, because there's obviously somebody who this benefits. We don't know quite who it is yet,
right? But
hopefully in the numbers something will pop up.
We obviously are fresh still from Phil Mickelson's win at Kiawah.
That's right.
Right, and that's still a talking point because he had a Taylormade mini driver in the bag. So, obviously the timing of it, and obviously Taylormade had no idea that was going to happen. That was serendipitous that it's actually turned out that way, but good for them, and it's made people really think about it. I remember, I think it was actually RB who was saying the kind of retail price or second-hand price on those the original ones on eBay had went through the roof.
Oh, because he won with it. That's the way those things go, isn't it?
Definitely. So it's good timing that they've got a factory full of them.
A new version. So what is new on here? What are you going to notice that I'm noticing? Kind of some of the stuff that you'd see on a lot of their 3-woods? Yeah, the little speed pocket, little through slot there. You've got twist face on there. Okay. I think the head shape wise, it's generous. 307cc. Yeah, it looks nice. Is definitely not a small footprint by any means. I looked down on it earlier on when we came in, and it was the first time I'd seen it. And went, that actually looks quite
pretty
nice.
Generous and pretty friendly.
Fully adjustable sleeve, which is nice.
Yeah, so 2 degrees either way on loft.
You had a couple specs. Swing weight was
D4 on this one. D3. Well, I mean this one that we've got D4, but D3 on the spec sheet is what Taylormade have at 43 3/4.
43 3/4. So it would be a little bit longer than your standard 3-wood spec.
Yep.
And 11.5 degrees of loft is the standard.
On this one,
adjustable though.
Yep. So I think that's the lower lofted option. I think they'll call the standard one 13.5 because that's the right and left-handed version.
So this is the rocket launcher here.
Yes.
That Mikey will be hitting.
Yeah. No, sorry, tell a lie. I've got that wrong way around. 11.5 is lefty and righty.
Oh, okay.
13.5 is just the righty.
Only. Gotcha.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I think the 11.5 is the more suitable one for more people with the 2 degrees adjustable either way.
Would make sense, and most people, I guess, looking for a driver replacement or adding too much loft, they probably want to knock the ball flight down a little bit as well.
It's going to be interesting because I have actually done pretty much exactly this with my own 3-wood. I've taken a 13.5 degree Taylormade Sim 2 Rocket and turned it down to basically 12.
So you have a smaller headed mini driver.
Yes, exactly. Basically.
And you're liking it.
And I absolutely love it. I don't hit driver all that often on my course now, and Mike and I played yesterday at his course. To be honest, could have, in reflection, hit 3-wood pretty much everywhere other than par 5s. So I love the concept of having this little backup to the driver. My kind of question to myself is, does it need to be in this form, in this shape?
Yeah, does it need to be the deeper face kind of mini driver, or can it just be a strong 3-wood?
Can it just be a strong 3-wood?
Okay, well, shall we get Mikey to hit a few 3-woods to start with?
Yeah, let's do some 3-woods, Mikey, then we'll put driver in your hands and then we'll see where this sits between them. Lovely.
Very nice. Crisp.
Mizuno STZ for you, Michael?
Yep.
Popular.
Little Diamana TB.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Oh. Perfect. Line ball.
Get on it.
Should hit this club more often on the golf course.
Also nice.
Very good. Very good, very playable. What setting is that on?
Between upright and low, I can't remember.
Yeah. So turn down a little bit in loft and a little upright.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks about right. I mean, you've got the dynamic angle coming in really nice. You can see at times you do deliver a little excess loft, so you've got it in absolutely the right setting. So for 3-wood for you, what do you do with 3-wood on the course? When do you pull it out? You never pull it out on the tee. I've played enough golf with it to know you don't do that.
Depending on the tee box that I'll play, maybe use it twice around, and I avoid it often.
Second shots though.
I'd rather honestly hit 5-wood and.
So you don't really have a place for a 3-wood, really?
There is a place for 3-wood, but I'm lack the most confidence with the 3-wood right
and
now.
we can see why. It's right there. Right.
Yeah.
Your upward angle attack.
Makes it uncomfortable a bit.
Strike strays low in the head. Doesn't feel like he gets bang for his buck. Swinging at 100, hitting it to 29.
Fair enough.
Like that's why Mikey doesn't feel good about 3-wood, because that delivery right now is not conducive to really good striking with a 3-wood. You want to get that angle attack maybe one down, move that strike slightly up the head with about 3 degrees less dynamic loft, then you're laughing.
Yeah, gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
So, okay, good stuff. Let's hit some drivers.
Okay, so this is into Mikey's recently fitted driver, right?
Yeah, and I can sort of say, again, with first-hand experience, that this has been good for you.
Good.
Yeah, I've been happy with it all season. I mean, yesterday probably wasn't the best show of it, but I mean, it's point and shoot. Really
I know,
easy.
but if I go back in my mind to when we done that fit, we talked a lot about managing your misses and your misses being lower spin and getting away with more with them.
Yeah.
And on reflection, to be honest, that was exactly what it was like. Like there was a couple of times where, like I would hit a really nice one and you weren't really far away, and it was good. Like I would say you were in that 260 to 280 range most of the day yesterday, which was definitely an upgrade.
Definitely,
for sure.
Great.
Okay, let's see a few of this.
Good, Mikey.
That's better, Mikey.
Swing.
Almost.
Didn't feel bad.
Yeah, no, it was a good strike.
Struck it well.
Just left the face a little open.
Swing, Mikey.
I don't think it gets much better than that.
No, nice little driver selection there.
All right, you've got two decent clubs in there. You like to hit it right to left. You're doing exactly that. We were just saying there you could do that launch and spin being up a little bit with your driver. We may address that at some point in the next couple of days. But 272 on average, 232 on average, not too bad. Your best one, now sneaking out to close to 290. I love that. Okay, what's your first impressions sort of looking down on it?
Obviously it's different. I don't know, I would never use one of these personally. It doesn't look that forgiving. Like to me, I get it's a mini driver, but when it first came in, I was like, do you use this as off the deck? Do you use this off the tee? Like I've never hit one of these. This will be interesting. I'm
going to suggest you might be surprised when you hit this. After that little series of shots, a slightly high spin 3-wood and a slightly low spin driver, I think you could be.
Don't.
No, I know. But just when I saw
a nice window
the way that played out on those two, I'm thinking to myself, this could be right in your wheelhouse, but we'll see.
Let's see. That's nice. Ooh. It's a great flight. So kind of carrying past where the 3-wood finished.
Exactly.
Great numbers.
Yep. Launch is up, spin is down, speed is good, efficiency is really good. Almost swinging that at the same speed as your driver.
That sounds really good.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a great sound. Flight is really nice. Because there's again flying it where the 3-wood ended up, out to 250. Is it feeling pretty easy to hit?
Yeah, it feels
Mikey?
good. Yeah, super easy.
Low maintenance?
Yeah, buttoned that one.
Hit really nice. Get some more carry out of that.
mean, if you could hit this off the fairway like that all the time.
Now, here's the thing. So we're going to do that now. So that's obviously off the
tee there.
Off the tee, really nice. So you get the strike up into the equator there, which is great. Let's see what we've got. I mean, if there's an argument about the sort of accuracy of how this is, I mean, it's a pretty compelling one, to be fair.
I think for you, Mikey, because you kind of remind me of what I say about my 3-wood. Like, I don't really ever use my 3-wood. I don't know when to use it. I wonder if that kind of club is like a tee club, but like a safety tee club. It actually serves a purpose.
I wouldn't think it'd be a bad idea for a lot of people to have this as an option for certain course types. I mean, it sits right between that 3-wood and driver. From a ball speed perspective, launch is very similar. Spin rate is sitting right between, and then obviously carry distance is great, 234.
It's not bad, is it?
It's good. And then obviously it was very straight.
It was very straight. I think it also, the shape of the ball flight was nice. The way he was striking it, it was almost a couple fades in there, a couple straight balls in there, making good swings at it.
Really, really
Maybe
good.
the shorter shaft, Mikey, it's easier for you to get a bit steeper, who knows, but it worked quite well.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
Off the tee, surprised how good it
I'm
felt.
surprised how good it felt. You know, once you hit a few nicely, who cares about the looks after that? But if I was, I mean, I'd play it no problem. There's now, like in my head, there's actually a couple holes at the club where I was like,
I can see that. That's what I think as well.
Use this. Now again, I'm lucky with my driver. I'm not really all over the place, like I could hit driver like I did yesterday, basically.
But it would just be like
holes.
Forced layups if there was a creek that comes in. Maybe this club is a better choice or super narrow.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if I think about 2 holes yesterday, when we played 6 and 8, so you're on 6, driving it between those bunkers when you're hitting it well, and 8 to keep it short of that little, your home course. I think that would be much better. Now, when you take 3-wood, if you miss 3-wood, you're left hitting in 5 or 6 iron into those greens that are not meant for a 5 or 6 iron, whereas you can drive into trouble. So you can make an argument for that type of thing if your course setup
totally
requires or can handle it.
Yeah, I think a few people will watch this and go, I'd give that a shot. Give it a try.
So the question is, does it have the merit, the size of the head? So it is another 32 cc bigger than the old one. The original mini driver was 275. This is 307. Is this too big to hit off the ground?
Right.
Let's have a little look at that for you.
It's going forward. It's not a bad first attempt, Mikey.
It is pretty decent.
Mikey, you can hit it off the ground.
I know, new 3-wood, boys.
He's shocking himself. Yeah,
shocking. All of us.
It's going further than his 3-wood.
That was wild, that one.
Taylormade, if you're watching.
Dude, this is crazy.
Wild.
So it's quite hittable off the ground. And Mikey, you're not super comfortable hitting long clubs off the ground.
No.
It's not your wheelhouse generally, right?
Flown 230 there.
I think you might want to replace the 3-wood with this. Let's get the summary up. I think you made yourself a sale.
And as we've talked about many, many times, these modern clubs are actually tend to be quickest low in the head.
You said that, yeah.
So, Mikey's hitting it lower in the head, gaining the ball speed, lowering the launch through downward deflection. Spin is staying right in a great spot. Happy days.
That'd be a fun little links club too, Mikey? Like
great links
club. You launch it a bit lower on a trip to Scotland or something? So when it comes to Mikey's driver, I think is obviously in a good spot, but I think he wouldn't be replacing his driver with this mini driver. He would be using it as a nice 3-wood. Yeah. Which is, I think, a great result. I think most people will roll their eyes, no, I'm not going to replace my 3-wood or with my driver with this thing. But this is like a real situation to me.
It really is. It really is. I think we're all a little bit shell-shocked.
Yeah,
I'm smiling. Mikey's definitely surprised.
Need to think about this one. It's a bit different.
Good though.
Cool.
Good though. I mean, guys, if nothing else here, I think we've highlighted the value in what this club is. I think a lot of you will look at this and relate to being a high spin wood player, being someone who struggles a little bit, maybe with the driver being a bit wayward at times and have to back off. This 11.5 option, which we're playing straight at 11.5, you can turn this down another 2 degrees if you want to play with those launch conditions, turn it up a little bit if you want to play with those launch conditions. has some great versatility.
That has some really good versatility. I know a bunch of players who can't stop spinning their 3-wood, and I'm thinking to myself, well, they could probably get that lofted down to 10 and a half. You hit it great. Yeah, it's a great option.
Pretty good.
We're pleasantly surprised.
Very pleasantly surprised indeed.
Good work, Taylormade.
Yeah, good.
Cool.
Okay, guys. I think we were kind of open to see what we could see, and thinking that we might find it I thought we might find it in a no man's land.
Yeah, fair. Totally fair.
But obviously, I think the tester is a big part of this as well. It happened to be in such a nice sweet spot for Mikey specifically.
But that's what clubs need to be to begin with, right? When you're custom fitting clubs, I mean, it's not going to work for everybody.
And it's one of the reasons, to be honest, we chose Mike to do the test on it, because we thought that, you know, between someone who's not confident as a 3-wood player, doesn't really see the need or value for a 3-wood in the bag, is there an opportunity to replace that with something like that? I tell you, a little Ventus Red in there for you could be.
Got some phone calls to make today.
He's busy now.
Exactly. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully you've got a new perspective on the Mini Driver. Maybe that's opened your eyes to some of the possibilities of some of the features, benefits of a club like that.
Totally.
You know, I think a company like Taylormade isn't going to release a club like this without there being some value, like you rightly said at the start, Matthew.
There's got to be someone for it. There's got to be someone. We've already seen one, and I think go to the demo day and check it out. Worst case, it's not for you.
Great advice. Okay, stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.